had so much fun in my last video creating this tag, topper, cluster, I don't know what you call it, to dangle from my tag, that I thought I would continue working on these again today. And I thought we could hang out while I create these, and maybe you can craft along with me, and hopefully you'll get some ideas as well. Sometimes when I'm watching others, I get lots of ideas on how to create things. Even if it's not what they're doing, it sparks something else in my mind that I think, well, what if I try this? So let's work on these today together. And I just want to say welcome to my channel, Making Crafts, if you are new here, and if you are already a subscriber or a watcher and you've been watching for a while, then I want to just welcome you back, and thanks so much for subscribing and for watching. And so let's start out with the same little formula that I did for this one, and I just did this one by accident, this formula. So I thought we would just kind of do similar formula, not exact, because we don't want them all to look exactly the same. So for this one, I had some tea stain paper as my background, but what if I took one of these doilies and I used some of it as a background? So let's just see how we could do that, because we have to keep in mind that it's got to dangle, so I may have to fold it so I can put my little hole in it right here. And we also want to stiffen it up some, since it's going to hang from that. And we are having a beautiful snow day here. And so if you hear some noise, the sleet, though it is sleeting off and on some, so you may hear the window beside me, you may hear the sleet hitting that window, and that's what that little pecking noise is from time to time. It really only happens when the wind gets up, but it is happening some. And let's see, I have some lace. What if I use the tea stain and I use this in place of the lace? Maybe that's what I'll do. So let's just take a little piece of tea stain paper, and I'm going to double it up just to kind of thicken it up some as well for my dangle. We'll just see how we do here. And I've laid out some bits and pieces that I thought would go with this kit, because I'm working on the Blue Memories kit from Line Arrow. This is going to be a journal that I'm creating. What if we put that there? Maybe like that. Or we could add a piece of lace. I have a lot of scrap lace laying around. So let's just see here. Maybe we have that sticking out the side. And then we have the lace. Or do we just use this? I said I was going to use the same formula, and so since I'm swapping it up some, I am not sure what I want to do. So let's just do that. Let's use this in place of the tea stain paper and see how that goes. Then we're just going to, I'm actually just going to add a little lace here, and maybe the little circle. And we do have some washi from the kit that we could add. Which little piece do I think would go with this? Maybe this one that says, has some wording on it. I'm not sure. We could just add that in. Okay, so I'm thinking the doily may not be the greatest idea. Let's just go back with the tea stain paper. Let's use the same formula so we don't really have to think, because today I'm really wanting to craft and just relax. So for now, let's just do the same formula for this one, just to get us started. Sometimes I have to just get started, start somewhere, and then I can kind of mix it up once I get started. If I just get one made, I feel a little bit more confident. And let's see, I could use the washi, but I think it's the wrong color. So I do want to pull out a label. So let me get my little box here and see. A label or a stamp, something like that. Here's a little stamp that I made up. That may look cute in there. Or let me just dig around here and see what I can find. This box is getting quite full. And these are just from Tim Holtz. A lot of these are. They're the field notes or some of his other little kits, and I don't remember the names of those. So that's cute. And we need to leave room up here for the hole to let it dangle. Get some ink out and ink our circle a little bit. Some of those white edges off. Okay, we'll just add that there. And then this one I had a button on, so we could see what kind of buttons, and I have just this whole jar of buttons. So I just dig through it some and see what I can find. Some of them are going to be too big. I'm trying to find the smaller ones, but this is a rather large button. That may be too big for this. Here's a little small green one, because this one has a lot of greens in it, so like, ooh, I like that one with it. I do like that. And so we're kind of using the same formula here as you see, and I do still have on my table where I made those, I have the gears charms. Let's see what kind of gear charm. For some reason I love these gear charms on things, and that one had a heart in it. I don't think there's a lot with hearts in it, so I can just, but I think some of these other ones would go as well. And I have some other charms I could go look and see and add those. Oh, this one's got a heart. It's just a different color. Let's use that one. Use the little heart charms today. Trying to see what else there is. This one is, I don't think I want to use that one. Just put that one out there. Okay, so what else do I want to add? Anything else? I think that's looking good. We can always add more to the top of it as we go. Let's just glue some of this down so we don't forget where it all goes. Just make these little clusters up, and then we'll hang them on our tags. Or we may decide that some of these want to be just attached to the tags and not dangles. But, so we won't punch the hole until we make that decision. So I'm just going to put a little glue there. See if I can get that string to stop. And then I'm just going to add my little button. I like that. And then let's figure out which tag we're going to hang this one on. If we're going to hang it, it would be pretty hung on that one. Or we could even add it to this one. Or is it really large enough for that tag? Just trying to see here. It could be just added to the center of that tag as well. So let's let it dry and we'll make a decision on that one. And while it's drying, let's just create another one using the same formula. Just going to look here and see what other, there's some little labels in here. I think they're maybe closer to the bottom. This may work too. Let's see here. Just some different bits and pieces. Okay, so for this one, let's come back to this doily now that I've created one. I feel a little bit more confident that I can do something with it. So we have this little 65 cents little label. I think that's from Tim Holtz as well. And I have this little flower over here. What would that look like? And kind of get an idea which tag we want to add it to, because what we may do is just glue this one on the tag. If we're going to do that, it might be neat to just attach it like this and then have our little blue flower along with our label. That may be cute. And what else could we add? Let me just look and see. I do have this little butterfly that's came in the kit. It's a tiny, tiny butterfly. I'm thinking about trimming this off like that. Okay, we need something else though. Just need something else. A tear a piece of washi here. I need to find my tearing ruling though. See where it's at. Okay. I'm going to cut down this side here. Okay, and then just have to figure out good spots for it. I have a larger flower here that I cut out of a book page. I wonder if this one would match. It may just be the wrong blue. It may actually look better on this blue card. Let's try it on this one if I'm going to use this flower. Just like playing around, seeing. I said I was going to be making clusters today, didn't I? And then I've just gotten totally sidetracked. So now what happened to that little butterfly? Here you are. I still think you might be cute having the little butterfly. And I'm thinking a different color of our label here. I kind of like that. It's kind of different, but I like it. So I'm going to just ink up this first. I want to get some of that brown on it. It's a little brighter than I want it to be. And then I'm just going to start gluing down. So our doily's going right in here. Once I get it glued down, I'll lift up the other side here and add just a little bit more glue to make sure it's glued down good. There we go. And we'll add a little flower on top. Oops, we're probably going to want to add our label underneath it first. And then we'll add our flower to it. And I'm going to have to use art glitter glue on this flower because it's got some thin little spots that I need to add the glue to. And I just cut this from my wildflower book. I've showed it on my channel before. It's, I'm trying to think of the name of it. It's just called Wildflowers. And let me look over there. It's Wildflowers of North America by Pamela Foray. I think that's how you say her name. So it's a rather large wildflower book, but the flowers, it has so many flowers in it that I love using it for things like this. Press that down. Now where do we want to put our butterfly? Do we want him over to the side here like we originally thought? Then we're really plain right in here. We're going to have something in there. Got the washi here we could slide up underneath. How would that look? No, I'm not crazy about that being there. But I'm gonna leave that up just, oops, my butterfly flew away. Did you see him take off across the table? So just add that little butterfly there. And then what if we added another button of some sort? Let's see how a bigger button would look. I did have some blue ones. I don't know where I've set them. We've got a blue button we could add there. Maybe that. Or we could come back here with the pearls and add the blue pearls up through there. Let's just try that. You can always add glue to the back of them in a few minutes once I decide. They have sticky on them, but by moving them around like this, I may end up messing up the sticky. I like that. I like them right there. So I'm just going to press them down. And then all we got to do is punch a hole at the top here, and then we'll have to figure out what we're going to tie in the top. And I got that off just a bit, so let me ink that up quite a bit. Okay. I wonder if I'd mess it up by going back and just trying to get a little bit better. There we go. Then we'll tie some lace or ribbon or something through it. I like that. So that's another tag, but let's go back to making clusters. We have one cluster here, and we do need to decide where our cluster is going. If I think we're just going to hang it on this tag. Oh, it could be hung on this one. That would be pretty with that little girl. Let's do that. So let's just punch a hole in it. I do want to add a little bit of ink to my tea stain paper. Okay, and then we just punch a hole in this tag. Make sure I got it cleared out so I can see. And then we're just going to have to ink it up again. Okay, and let's leave this aside for now. I want to go back again with one of the reinforcement labels. And so this one, I'm thinking of inking, just slide that up so you can see it. I'm thinking of inking this label up and using it. So this is just the white labels, and then I've inked it. Just want to slide it right in there. And then just add it here like that. I like that. And I think we'll add the little heart charm with it. So let me get my ball pens. I'm going to move some of this out of the way real quick so we can see what we're working on. Some of this is so distracting right now. So let's just going to scoot it back out of the way for now so we can see our tag. Okay. So I need a ball pen. I actually forgot what I was looking for. And then I got glue all over my fingers again, so that's why I was trying to wipe it off. And then add this here, and then we'll just add one of these little gears. I'm thinking this little heart one again. It's a different color metal though. I'm not sure that I like different metal on there. Maybe I'll try that one instead and see how it looks. I might need to pull out some more of my charms to see. And here's a little piece of, what would that look like if we had that hanging there too? I don't know. Let's just add this. Okay, so the more I look at this label, I just don't feel like it pops. So I'm going to go back and put a copper one over top of it. Or if I went with the, yeah, let's go with the copper one. I've changed my mind. I'm just going to slide it down and I'm just going to put it right over top of that one. No need to pull it off. I like that better. I think that makes it pop just a little bit more. Now, let's add this little gear here. What if I added, let me see here. Add this button and then the gear. And there, I like that. I like all that on the tag. I think that looks cute. Maybe too many buttons, but that's okay. So there we've gotten some tags done. So here is another tag. So for this one, so for this tag, it's already decorated up. So I'm thinking that for it, it would be best to, let me think. Now, did you see my last video? If you haven't seen the last video, I did collage the back of these in that video. What if for this one, I just add, this was supposed to be making clusters, wasn't it? But this is decorating tags. The title of this video will be changing. Okay, so what if I added some of that lace there? That would be pretty. And then we just make a dangle for the top here. So we've got this little card. Maybe we have that. And we have, that blends in way too much, I think. Plus there's already a flower here, so what if we go with a butterfly? Let's ink that up and let's do that. So we do that like that, and then I think we need a little piece of lace. We'll just go back with this piece, this kind of lace. Or I have a whole box of pieces of lace that's just leftover bits and pieces. Let's just see what's in here. That is a good size piece. I wonder if I do it like that. We'll just play with a few and see. Here's some blue. Not really sure. That's another blue, but it's a different style blue. There's some fabric in here. Here's a good size piece too. Pull that tag off of it. Okay, so let's just audition a few and see. This one might look better if we had it on the side here. Or we could have the blue here. Oh, this blue. We'll do this blue. Yes, I already like that. And I think we need some tea stain paper behind it, just like we did before. And I've just got scrap pieces over here that I'm tearing off. Okay, so I've already got so much on screen, I'm not going to pull it over. So I'm just tearing this off. So let's see if we layer this up onto the actual tea stain paper. Let's see how that looks. I do like that, so let's just start adding some of this. So I'm going to tear just a bit of this off here. Okay. Then I'm just going to add glue. Figure out which one's the right side, and then just add the lace. Then we're just going to, oops, I got a hair there. And then we just add, let's see here. I'm thinking it just needs a little bit more lace or something. What if we just add, I've got an idea. What if we also add a piece of fabric to the side of that? I think that's what I'll do. These are just scraps we're using, so if we mess up, we can always start over. It's no big deal. Try to fray this side some. Since it's going to be sticking out, I want it kind of frayed. Okay, and then we'll have here and this. I like that. And do we want to add a button or pearl to it? That's just a little clear button. I saw some of my buttons over here. And we got that one that would look pretty with it. This is a really big one. That's just too big for it. Here's a very light colored one. That might look cute there. Let's start gluing some of this down. I think I want that straight for once. I'm always wanting everything crooked, and that time I want it straight. Now, I don't want the butterfly straight like this, or should I have them kind of going, I think I want it kind of like that. And then we just put a little button there, or either, I think that one pops more on it. And then we're just going to add that to this tag, which if we do that, it's going to cover up the whole entire tag. Let me just see something here. It may look better on this one. It actually may look good just to glue it onto this one. Oh, I've got it off camera. I think I'm going to dangle it again. And so this time, I'm going into the whole cluster to punch the hole, because I didn't make my paper high enough, and I knew that when I was making it, but I thought I'd want to try that and see how it looks. So now we're going to give us another little cover here. Oops. Let's see, which one do we think? I'm thinking a gold might be pretty on this one. And then we'll just attach it here. But I have an idea with that one. Let's get out some crochet lace. We'll cut a little off, and then we'll just run it through here. Let me cover up my glue so it's not drying out while I'm doing this. So then we're just going to take, run it through. Oh, so we ripped that. That's not good. It was too thin. So what we're going to do, that's okay, we're still going to use it. We're just going to go back with a gold And I'm going to put one on the front and one on the back, and that will repair it, and it will be absolutely fine. And that will strengthen it up, since we do know that that's weak now. I may need to go back and do all of them this way, strengthen them up. And where's my lace? I'm not going to run the lace through this time. I am just going to take and staple it like that. So I probably didn't even need to add that little piece, but just in case, I think I'll just staple it like this. And then, let's see, I'm going to staple it on. And then what I want to do is get my ball pen. Run it through the lace, and then through all of this that we want to dangle down. And I'm trying to think, what was I going to add? Was I going to add this, or let's just see what this looks like. So there we have that hanging there. That's kind of neat, but I think I've got this turned around backwards. Let me see here. Okay, so I am struggling with this ball pen today. I think I did put it on backwards. Let me take that off and start over. Yep, that's why it's doing that. So let's just take it. I'm going to run it through all this first. I don't want this heart because I don't like the color. So let's just find, I'm going to see if there's another one in here with a heart. There's all different ones in here. So I'm just going to run it through here and through this. And then we'll just attach it to our lace right in here. That's better. That's a little big on it. I may go back and change that one out. Just wanted to try a big one on it. And I think I can pull this down through the little lace there. So I think that's neat. You have your little tag with a little dangle on it. So we've got several made. And how many more tags do we have left to do? I think I've done all of the tags except for one right here. Oh, we have this one too. We need to put something on. So let's make up another little cluster. I'm looking around to see what all I have to add to the clusters that I've laid out. Trying to decide which ones I want to use. I kind of want to use these little flowers because they're blue like the flowers in the kit. But in order for them to show up, they're going to have to be on a lighter background. Just going to add them to that. And let's see, what if we did kind of like this? They may actually show up better on this paper. And then we just add a little blue lace instead. Kind of like that. Okay. We'll run a bead of glue down the edge of this paper. So we've kind of gotten away from our formula. It's kind of the same, but not really following the same formula for each one. But that's okay. We're having fun. That's all that matters. And hopefully you are crafting along with me today. And you're having a good crafty day. Any day that we get to craft is a good day, I think. I've been adding buttons to all of them. Should I add a button to that one or not? No, I think this one needs a pearl instead. So what if I add a big pearl or a little pearl? Which one should I do? Maybe just a little dainty pearl right here. That's too small. Let's add a big one. Okay, and I'm getting all this glue off my hands. So we're just going to make it as a dangle, or we're just going to glue it on. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about gluing it on, but it's going to need something else behind it if I do that. What if we put another dolly behind it? I think that would be cute like that. And then we just add this onto that. So let's just take this and add it. I'm going to fold it there so I know where to cut it. That way I've got a little line to follow. Then we'll just add it to our tag. And we had a good, I think this was a good 30 minutes of crafting. We've got quite a few things completed. I need to refill that bottle, so let me just use this. I have glue all over my fingers and it's driving me crazy, because I keep looking down, seeing it on my fingers. Okay. There we go. Let's just line that up with the edges there. I love that. And then just adding it here, maybe like that, or do we want to add it right in the middle? Honestly, I think it needs a butterfly. I've got to look around and see if I can find one though. Here's a really huge one. That's going to be way too big of a butterfly. So here's a butterfly from the kit, so I think that will look cute there. So I'm going to add that. So I'm just going to add some glue and then my butterfly, and I think we'll be done, except we have one more tag that we haven't completed. So I might try to finish that up. I think for that one I may just add some lace to it. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if we need something else. Let's just let that dry and we will see. Okay, so for this one, I'm just going to add this little butterfly here. Just going to dinge up that white a little bit. I'm going to attach it to this little Tim Holtz card. It says report card on it. It's just going to hang off a little. Try to get both antennas glued down though. Let's see if we can do that so they don't get pulled off. Maybe kind of like that. And then I'm just going to let it dangle from this tag. I think that will look good. And so then we have completed our tags for this journal. Well, the tags from the kit. I guess I'll probably be making up some more tags as I go along. But for now, I'm happy with what I have, because there is some larger tags in this kit as well. I wonder if I can do that and get my butterfly antenna back up, because I didn't get it glued down in time. Okay. So we'll just attach that there like that with a ball pen. And maybe we should dangle, I don't know if we need to dangle anything from it. I was thinking we should dangle a button or something, but let's just try this navy button here. How would that look? It's too big to attach. So let's take the button and then our little dangle here. And there we have another little tag done. So let's just take it, let me straighten up the table real quick and then I'll show you what all we've completed in this video. Okay, so while I was cleaning up my desk to show you what all we've completed, I did go back, I found my ink, and so I went back and inked the edges of all the tags, and I also did kind of ink the edges on some of these dangles. And as you can see here, I kind of grunged up the doilies because I thought that they were too stark white, so I kind of just added some ink to them. And then I also realized one of these did not have, two of these didn't have a topper. I think it was this one, and so I stapled, I'm not sure, trying to look now which one it was. Yes, I think it was this one. So I just stapled the crocheted ribbon to it, and then for this one it didn't have anything on it, so I decided to add just a piece of lace that was laying on my desk, a button, and then a little charm there. And so I really love how all these turned out, and I hope that you, and this one we made in the previous video of course, but I hope that you have enjoyed watching this, and I hope that it's inspired you to want to craft and gives you some craft energy. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time, and bye.